He should... Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's maybe spring steel. Wait. There. And then it seems to go back into... So that's spring steel. Then it's fine, I think.
That cut pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cut pretty deep. I'm going to give him another.
Yeah, I think it's spring steel, looking at it.
So we definitely didn't make it through the armor.
No.
But I'm wondering how many layers we made it through.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so it's all soft.
So
it's
there's our
plate.
first cut.
All right.
And we cut through a few.
Interesting.
And here's our second slash. And I don't know, that made it through maybe 2-3 layers. Looks like I may have bent my sword.
It's actually not too bad, the bend, considering how strongly he hit. Again, I mean, swords are precision weapons. You don't need to go that strong. Plus, he's a big man. Look at these arms. So, yeah, I'm actually surprised it didn't get bent more. You could still use it. You could just try and bend it back into shape. That's what I would do, which is what historical Japanese would have done.
I don't think it's supposed to look like that. So that's not good. Oh.
It's not good. Oh.
Okay. That was very choppy, but I don't think we made it through much more of the armor. Oh.
Yeah, okay. You see, that's what I mean. Look how easily it slides, it cuts. He's using it basically like you would use a kanabo. He's using it like you would use a blunt weapon, which is for entertainment, that's fine. But it's normal that the sword is not, it's kind of failing a little bit because the sword is not supposed to be used to smack something as strongly as possible. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do a draw cut, a push cut. You're supposed to cut rather than smack something. Of course, if you do smack someone like that, you would probably cut through and break their ribs. So I'm not saying it would be inefficient. Problem is, if that's the only way you use the sword, you don't use it technically, and you smash armor with it, your sword will be done for it after a few strikes, particularly if the armor is metal.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
That's
pretty
ham.
sharp, huh?
Raw ham. What the? Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna strike him in the helmet now. Let's see what happens. I hit my own helmet too.
Yeah, as I was saying.
Definitely took a little bit of force to the head, but I don't think it really matters. Had a pretty decent cut in that helmet.
Maybe the spine, the injury to the spine might have been more significant with something like that, but sure, the helmet did its job.
But pretty much did nothing. I know that katanas are made more for slashing, not so much stabbing, but I do feel like we need to try at least once. I put on some gloves.
You know, katana is absolutely apt for stabbing. In fact, I wouldn't say that the katana is made more for slashing than for stabbing, because if you look at it, it's only ever so slightly bent. It's not like a shamshir. It's not like a... There are plenty of sabers and swords in history that are actually very, very much made for slashing. Rather than saying the katana is made for slashing, I would say that normally the Japanese prefer to cut, or they prefer to slash over stabbing. But stabbing is absolutely doable. The katana is good at stabbing. Obviously, it's not as good as stabbing as some specialized swords, such as the tak or the stocco in medieval Europe, but still, it's perfectly capable of stabbing, and Japanese absolutely did stab with it. It's just that, from a martial sense, we could say that the Japanese prefer to slash.